Hi guys, welcome to another YouTube video from Ross Perry Productions. This is actually the 5th video on my 2009 Jeep Wrangler, and this is a video that I was quite excited about making because I'm going to be installing a new fuel filler cap. Now I know a lot of you actually like the agricultural look of the standard one, but unfortunately I don't. I like something that's sort of sleek and flush with a car. So the thing that I like about this actual model here is you can actually retain the original lock-in fuel cap, which we'll go ahead and look at when we go to the installation part of this video. But I was pretty pleased with the quality of this product. Now I paid about 30 Australian dollars delivered, and it's all in all pretty good. It does sell it as a direct replacement, which we'll have a look at when we come to fit it to the car. The only comment so far is there's a couple of imperfections on the lid itself, and if you look where the Jeep lettering is embossed, there's a few bits that are a bit sort of messy, not that tidy. So minor details, it's not going to bother me at all when it's on the car. So let's go ahead and install it to the car and see how it looks. Now the only two things we're going to need for this job is our key and a number 2 Phillips screwdriver. So obviously the key is to take our fuel filler cap off. So just take that off and just leave it resting on the car like so. And then we're going to go ahead with our Phillips number 2 screwdriver. And we're going to undo the 2 screws towards the middle of the car. Now once the screws are off, it's relatively easy to remove the light. You just sort of move it towards the middle of the car and drop it down. Got no need to take it all the way off, just making sure it can support itself. I'm quite happy that can. Now what we're going to look for, and I'll try and move the camera, is there's 2 clips just on the inside here on the back of this. And then we're going to try and push those 2 clips in, and then we'll move around and try and twist the unit out. So let me just get the camera and see if we can see it. So just taking a look in through the rear light here, you'll see that black basket there. That's actually the back of the fuel filler. Now just down at the bottom there, you can see one of the clips, and that's what we're going to try and get our finger on. There's another one at the top and another one around the back. Now one other thing that actually holds the filler sort of surround in place is this rubber bezel or gasket there, so that we're going to actually have to pull that off the filler pipe. So I'll just mount the camera and we'll give it a go. Okay, so just to get your hand in there and try and get on those 2 clips, you can see the fillers starting to come away from the car, and then we're just going to twist it and try and get to that other clip, which has come off now. And then the final thing is actually removing it like that. So like I say, this is the ring that was holding it on in that last instance there. And we're going to go ahead and actually take that off for our new filler cap. Like that, nice and easy. Now the other thing we're going to need to do as well is actually take off the filler cap. And to do that, you're just going to push that back through that hole. So those are the 2 bits we're going to need for our new one. We're now going to fit the rubber seal. I'm going to have it so the writing is facing outwards when you open up the fuel cap, and just start working it around, making sure it seals all the way around. There's no snags on the back, and now we're ready to fit this to the car. Do remember the locating pin on the top, and what we're going to do is line that up. That's it. Now start working the rubber seal in. So I'm just going to get my fingers inside the fuel cap there. You might need a flat screwdriver just to pull it back round. Mine seems to have sealed okay. And that's it, that's locked in. Now just as I stopped filming, I actually gave it a few more pushes and it clicked in really tight. So it cannot move now, it's locked in there solid. Now just for the finishing touch, we're going to go ahead and put our fuel cap back on. So just pop that into the hole, allow that to rotate round. And that's it. It works just as it did before. Now the only other thing is to just put the rear light back on. And there we go, that concludes my video on fitting a new fuel cap on a 2009 Jeep Wrangler. I'm really happy with how it's turned out. Like I say, for only $30 Australian dollars delivered, I'm really pleased with the quality of it. It will not move on the car now, it's really solid. It does slightly impact you getting your fuel cap off now, because it doesn't open fully 90 degrees, but nevertheless, it's still perfectly usable and it looks really cool. Well, I hope you found that video interesting or helpful. If you did, please go ahead, give me the thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, check out some of my other videos and subscribe to my channel.